So we just touched down in Newark. We're in New York for the weekend. So we have to get from Newark all the way to Brooklyn, Williamsburg. And I'm looking for a Lyft. It's not even an hour. But how much do you think this Lyft ride's gonna cost us?
You said it's not an hour?
It's not an hour, it's like 45 minutes.
$150.
Wow, you're so close. It's $151.
Oh,
$151.
snap. I would have won if this was the Price is Right.
$151 to take the Lyft from New Jersey to Brooklyn. Okay.
Is it really $150?
Yeah,
151?
well, $151.
That's awesome. I'm never that close.
The budget is gone. The budget is already done. We're done. We will be eating ramen noodles in the hotel room. Hello, come on in. Welcome to another room tour.
All right, look at that. All right, give them a tour.
So we are staying at the Moxy in Williamsburg, which is new for us because like every time we come to New York, we stayed at the Ace Hotel, which is near downtown Brooklyn.
Mm-hmm.
But this has been on my list for a while, and I was able to use Marriott points to cover the cost of the hotel.
Shout out to Marriott.
Thank you, Marriott. This is not sponsored, but we have been trying to work with y'all, so come on. But it's small. You know, there's not much here. You know, it's king size bed. And this is all you need. I mean, we're in, New York, so you don't expect a lot of space. We brought big suitcases, so that is taking up a good chunk of space. Big suitcases because I am DJing for an event this weekend, and I had to bring some of my equipment. But other than that, it's got everything we need. You've got, let's see, your stand-in shower here.
Mm-hmm. Ooh.
Very nice. You have your toilet area here. Ooh. Wow. The sink is outside of the bathroom, or the sink is outside of the toilet and shower.
Mm-hmm.
It's very nice.
And then you got this mirror. Floor length mirror right here by the door.
And then there's the bed. Oh, I got all my outside clothes on. So yeah, there's the bed, and then the view is Brooklyn.
Yeah.
So other people's apartments, other people's homes. So we'll be keeping that closed.
All right, so we're just about to wind down and get a plan going for the day, and then we'll pick y'all back up later.
Problem, that's just my problem, that's just my problem.
Just a little while before we got to New York, our best friend Wesley invited us out to a Knicks game. We had never been to a Knicks game, and we had never even been to Madison Square Garden, but we figured what better way to spend a Friday rainy night, other than going to see what is apparently a really big game this season between the Knicks and the Cleveland Cavaliers. So we met up with Wesley at Madison Square Garden, headed to the game. Once we got inside, we found this really cool selfie booth that we actually took a few pictures in. It actually ended up not being what we thought it would be though. But we found our popcorn, got a couple of bottles of water, and then made our way to our seats, which were actually in a really cool location right behind the fan section. You know, these basketball games actually for us are very entertaining, not because of the game itself, but because of all of the different ways that the stadium comes alive with people dancing and singing. Of course, we were trying to get freebies. They were doing shirt tosses, and we could not get our hands on any shirts. And another really cool element were all the celebrities that were actually in attendance at the game that we got to see on the big screen.
Problem, that's just my problem, that's just my problem, that's just my problem. When it goes up and down, round and round, my problem. When it goes up and down, round and round, my problem. When you're talking shit, it goes up.
So we're at Raising Cane's in Penn Station, and this lady behind us, she goes, train station chicken? And I'm like, train station chicken? This is Raising Cane's. Get your backs right. This is not train station chicken.
Extra fries.
Extra fries.
No coleslaw.
Sub the slaw, extra piece of toast, extra cane sauce.
Well, if you're real, you mix the cane sauce with the coleslaw.
Problem, that's just not my problem, that's just not my problem.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Good morning. It is our Saturday morning here in New York. We are getting ready for a bit of a partly planned, unplanned day. So really excited because this morning we're going to try out the viral Golden Diner pancakes. We're going to make an attempt to get a seat. We're going to go early before the place even opens. And hopefully we can get seated and try what are supposed to be New York's best pancakes. And you know, we are like pancake critics. I'm hoping to be very impressed.
Happy about that. I hope they have the crusty edges that we like. I hope they got the butter on deck. I hope they got the syrup on deck.
I looked at the pictures. It doesn't look like they'll have like crispy edges as much. I don't think it's that kind of pancake. I don't know. We'll see. But first, our hotel, we're staying at the Moxy in Williamsburg, and they have free coffee from 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. So we're going to grab a cup of coffee because we know we'll be standing in line for a little while and we'll need something to kind of hold us over and wake us up at the same time. And so yeah, so that's how we're starting our day. Last night we went to a Knicks game at Madison Square Gardens, which was the first for us. We go to basketball games like every blue moon back in Atlanta. So it was kind of cool to be able to go to the Garden in New York and see the Knicks play. And we got to see a lot of different celebrities on the screen who were there in attendance at the game. But that was it for our Friday night. Anyway, so let's get down here, let's grab some coffee, and then we'll be headed down to Golden Diner. Waiting out here since like 9:15, so about 45 minutes. It opens at 10, and then I think we'll just put our name down and they'll call us when our table opens up or something. But it is cold, it's rainy, we're not properly dressed, we didn't prepare. So it better be good. Poor Ricky.
Just trying to stay warm right here.
Hey vlog, so we put our names down and they're gonna text us whenever our table is ready. They said it would be about 45 minutes, which isn't bad, but we are freezing cold. So we're just walking around trying to warm up a little bit. Maybe if there's a place that sells a jacket or something,
Something close by, because once we get the text message, the server said we had 10 minutes to be back, so I didn't want to like go too far.
Yeah, we thought we could probably order a car and then run and go get something from like an H&M or something like that, but yeah, sorry, just wanted to check in with y'all, let y'all know how it's going. We're so close. As we were walking around waiting for our table to be ready, we stumbled across the Mandarin, which is this really beautiful, neat coffee shop right in Chinatown and only a block away from Golden Diner. So it was the perfect place to kind of camp out for a few minutes, which ended up only being about an additional 30 minutes while we were waiting for our table to be ready. I had this wonderful chai latte and Ricky had a kombucha. And then next thing you know, it was time to head back over to Golden Diner. It's such a cute and cozy diner. It's giving a very traditional feel, and they're very fast with your orders. We obviously were there for the pancakes, and they had them ready to go and delivered to our table. Just look at the way the butter was melting on top of these pancakes, which are already swimming in some type of a butter maple syrup. The pancakes are hot and steamy and kind of gooey on the inside and crispy on the outside, which is exactly how we like to have our pancakes. Earlier, I thought that the pancakes wouldn't be crispy because you couldn't see the crispiness on the outside edges, but it turns out that the crispiness is actually on the bottom. I'm really impressed with the way they perfected a method of getting the pancakes out while they're still hot. They don't come to you cold at all. Needless to say, it was worth the wait.
All right, so we just finished at Golden Diner. Scale 1 to 10.
7.
Ricky's giving the pancakes a 7 out of 10.
No, the pancakes were good. You know, I'm a little crazy about my golden crust. Sorry, I got some gum in my mouth. But the pancakes were good. But the main character was the syrup. It was like a butter syrup that made everything just so sopped up.
Even a 7, I mean,
So,
it's
yeah.
all,
7 out of 10.
it was fluffy, though.
What you think?
I'm probably gonna give it. I'm gonna give it a solid 8 out of 10. I liked the crispy edges, which surprised me. I didn't expect it to be crispy. I think we could have gone a little heavier on the butter, but yeah, it was worth it, and we didn't have to wait nearly as long.
No, it wasn't bad
as
at
some
all.
people. It's like a 4-hour wait right now. So we
We're about to go get some jackets.
yeah, because we're cold. So we're gonna run over to the Uniqlo in Soho, see if we can get some layers to put on our bodies before we head to our next move.
All right, so we're back and we're over here in the Dumbo area, about to hit up the Brooklyn flea market.
This is one of the flea markets we wanted to hit up while we're in town. Yo, this weather has not been kind. It's cold, it's rainy. I don't know if you can see how I might as well just take these off. Yeah, we're gonna hop in here and see what we can find. I'm looking for some vintage clothes, like a t-shirt or something.
I was like, so thankfully, yeah, with that weather, we got it covered up. It's under something, so that'll be good. But yeah, the weather it is what it is. I think we're making the best of it. We got jackets now. I might give me a little, I might give me another beanie, but we'll see.
All right, let's take y'all in here with us.
This is fun to say, baby, baby. How you make me feel when you come to mind. I can't keep my cool, baby, baby. I can't hold it inside. I can't wait each day just to see you are trying to move in close to get you where you are. Not trying to be rude, baby, baby. Nothing venture, nothing gain. Oh, I'm telling you, baby, baby, baby. Oh, that feels so fly. Oh, baby, baby, baby. Got you all the time. If I had you all I see.
One of the major highlights from our trip in Brooklyn was Theodora. We went here for dinner based off of the recommendation of course, TikTok, and we are so glad that we did. The menu was exquisite. We started out with a couple of mocktails that were so refreshing, and then we had to get the sourdough with whipped ricotta, brown butter, honey, and sage, as well as their special fish croquettes. We don't even keep a lot of bread at our home, But having this sourdough made us realize that we actually need to keep a loaf around the house every now and then. We definitely want to try to make this when we get back home. This next dish almost blew us away. It was a hiramasa crudo, which is a type of yellowtail. The figured lime was bright and citrusy, and the avocado added a really great creaminess. It had a great savory flavor to it. Every bite was perfect. Then we had the broccolini. It was super fresh, and it was topped with a basil and dill dressing with crispy shallots and a type of manchego cheese. And then came the swordfish belly skewers, which were not our favorite. They were just a little bit too gamey. It was too complex. And then we had the lamb laffa, which included like a creamy tahini sauce, a tangy amba, and just the right amount of heat. And it was all wrapped in a warm laffa bread, like a pita almost.
So what do you think about dinner at Theodora?
Theodora
Theodora.
was Theodora. Why is that Theodora? Dinner at Theodora was probably like a I give it an 8 out of 10. Everything was good. The skewered swordfish belly was the only thing that was unique. I'll say that. It was still good, but just we weren't expecting like a gamey. Is fish gamey?
Yeah, it was gamey.
Yeah, like a gamey taste to it, but everything else was great. Everything else was great. So, yeah, 8 out of 10.
I would give it an 8 out of 10. I don't know. I mean, it was pretty good. Everything was good. The swordfish wasn't bad. I just wasn't expecting the gamey taste of the swordfish. Like, it was off-putting. It was shocking. And the special was like those fish croquettes or whatever. I forgot what they were called. But they were smoked fish croquettes.
Yeah.
Very good. We actually ordered 2 orders of those because we did not get enough in the first order.
One order was 3, and then it's another.
Yeah. And then what was the like fish? The first fish starter, harimasa.
Yes.
Harimasa.
Harimasa.
It's so good. Oh my
That
god.
was good. Yeah, I took one of those seeds and it almost took me out.
Yeah.
But it was still good.
So if you're in Brooklyn, definitely check out Theodora. Excellent. Worth it. And I was worried we weren't going to have a seat because this restaurant was booked out for weeks, months. So there's no available reservations, but they did accept us as walk-ins. They just said, we need your table like in an hour and a half for an actual reservation, which was fine. So yeah.
Glad it worked out.
Good call. Shout out to TikTok.
Oh, Jesus, I am running late. All right, what's going on, y'all? Sorry about that. It is Sunday afternoon, and we are getting ready to go to our friend's event. So first off, happy birthday, Wesley, for seeing this. We're in a rush right now. I had a lot go on this morning, but we are back on track. So Alex actually already left to get set up for his gig and everything. I've had to run a couple errands back at the hotel, but I'm about to head out. I'm about to head to this fine art fair that our friend is hosting for his birthday. It's called L'Art Noir. I think I'm pronouncing that terribly wrong. But it's kind of like a art collective. So our friend for his birthday has gathered multiple artists and vendors to kind of showcase their work along with his. Alex is going to be DJing. There's going to be just a really nice vibe go around. So so Alex already left for that. I'm here waiting on my car. Just want to come on and just pop on real quick, let y'all know what we're doing. We're going to get a couple shots while we're at the event, obviously, and then we'll link back up with y'all a little bit later. So yeah, happy Sunday, y'all.
Nathan.
You said you want love and attention, sweet one up in my section. I know that you're feeling the tension, stop and stare when a chick get mentioned. You think you're the only girl on my line, that's crazy, I've got selection. But I love your complexion, UTT shocking like a new invention. If you're coming uptown, erection, you might get the extension. Stop put the vexing. I don't care what your girl say, they ain't interesting. You want me to spend my day just texting, angry when I bring less in. I see I can't like that picture, she just a friend, that's my intention. I think it's jealousy, why you belling me, what you telling me? We spending hours on the phone, I'm loving the chemistry. You H2O, these other girls J2O, I don't trust that hoe. I told you I'll blow real soon, you laugh. It's crazy, you know. They don't pay me yet, but I do it for the passion. I ain't lazy, you know. I do 6-day shifts in a week, it's peak, my lifestyle crazy, you know. If you're here for the moment, own it, tell me so.
Morgan, if you don't mind coming up, Ryan, come up here. All of you guys are my people, so I'm just so excited to be here to like showing art by Black people. So thank you, Ryan, who edited all of my pictures for me. Okay, show me the way. Show me what my pictures can look like, you know. And thank you to Morgan for answering the call to be here to say like, hey guys, let's just put our stuff up and let's just see what happens. So make sure you support these artists. Here, buy, there's QR codes, we got ways to scan stuff, to buy stuff, y'all got link? So, support, and thank you guys for coming and doing all this stuff.
Happy birthday!
There is one in Atlanta this coming weekend, so people in Atlanta, if you want to see there is an event where I think, and there's also one in LA in a couple of weeks. So.
6 days in, I'm tired, but I'll go get it back. She said she don't get no attention. I'm joking, love ain't paying my pension. She here for the moment, I vibe with you, then maybe you get an extension. I'm bobbing a weed.
All right, guys, we're back. It is the morning after Monday morning, and for both of us, it's time to head to the next destination. Mine is home, and Alex is work.
Yeah, we're about to part ways because I have to go to Chicago for a few days for work. But this was a wonderful weekend, despite the weather not being what we would have liked it to be. We had a great time. We got to check off some things on our New York bucket list and got to support one of our closest friends, Wesley, at the art fair yesterday, which was just a wonderful experience.
Yeah, it was amazing.
Yeah, I really enjoyed playing out for his community here in New York and get to do it again next week back home in Atlanta, which I'm really looking forward to. So, obviously you saw from the clips, it was a really beautiful and well curated event, and we just had a good time. We had fun.
So now we are packing up, getting ready to start our week. I'm about to call my Uber in the next couple minutes or so. Alex, you still got a little time left, so we're just gonna rest and relax. But yeah, we just wanted to come and finally close out a vlog. I feel like we have not closed out a vlog in forever.
Yeah.
So once again, thank y'all so much for watching. If y'all made it this far, be sure to like this video. Leave a comment down below on other places we should try in New York next time we come. I think now we're just gonna make it like a thing to be coming to New York more frequently.
Yeah.
And share this video with someone who you think will like it.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for tuning in, and we will see you next week.